maybe a little snack, and you sit down and you enjoy that in your backyard or on your balcony or on your deck. Angela Aiello is a wine expert, and she joins me this morning with some tips to make sure you impress your guests or just yourself with the wine and how you pair it together. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Annette.
I love the idea of learning how to pair wine because it can really enhance both the wine and the food.
Absolutely. And not being afraid to try new things, I think, is another quick tip for, everybody's kind of apprehensive, I think, about what to pair wine and food with, but at the very least, you want to have some fun.
Yes, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Let's go from this way to that way. What do we have here?
Pouring you a glass to pop, sip, and share. This summer, we have a Chateau Ste. Michelle sparkling rosé made with Pinot Noir, new to the LCBO. Look at those fine mousse bubbles, so gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
The color, amazing. So we're headed to Washington State. All of our wines are from the Pacific Northwest. We have volcanic history. We have an intense amount of premium wines coming from this area. So if you haven't had wines from Washington State, it's really a place to try.
I don't think of Washington State usually, but the wines I've heard are amazing.
Well, I think everybody goes to California and Oregon, but we have Washington State, which is actually the state directly south of Canada, right? So it actually blends in quite nicely when it comes to terroir, because the mountain ranges, there's 2 mountain ranges, and east of that, you have wine country, which is almost like a desert, which is very cool.
So it works. That's a great wine.
Yeah, and I put some chips over there because obviously aperitifs, have anything out. I love sitting down, having a bottle of sparkling and watching a great Netflix flick. One of my favorites.
That's like my Friday night right there. I usually do popcorn and wine. I don't know if
exactly.
I don't know if that ups my game or
totally.
It makes it a little bit more budget, but either way, it's my weak spot. Okay, a Riesling.
On to our white wines, one of my favorites. I even have it tattooed on my arm. I'm a big white wine lover. Riesling and Chardonnay are my favorites. So this Riesling from Charles Smith is really kind of fresh and zippy and really lovely. And if you smell on the nose here, it's really aromatic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Riesling is a very aromatic grape, and I love pairing it with order-in foods, whether you've got, fresh rolls or Thai food or green curry. I mean, I also really love it with the salt and vinegar chips as well. So, I mean, you can really play with this because you have this sweet and sour thing going on with this wine. So it's a really playful wine to do for pairings. So personally, I love it with pad thai. That's why I have this here as one of my favorites.
That is a great idea. So is a Riesling a little bit more of a sweeter?
It's a very versatile grape. It has the ability to be completely extra dry and be sweet and actually be made into a dessert wine as well. Oh. So it is a versatile grape, so don't put it into its own little category. It tends to be a little mysterious, which makes it hard to buy.
Yeah, I stay away from Rieslings for that reason, but maybe I need to kind of revisit or find the one that meets that not so sweet side that I like in wines.
And, Chardonnay is the same way too, though. It's hard to shop for because it can be completely done in stainless steel and it can be completely oaked, and there's a lot of sort of creative winemaking in the middle. So shopping for these wines is not as easy as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit of know-how and understanding your style. So for this Chardonnay, it's actually done in a little bit of stainless steel, a little bit of oak. Like you said, a popcorn pairing with this makes a little bit of sense. But when you have those style differences, it kind of changes how you perceive and enjoy the wines. Now, Chardonnay to me, because it's one of my favorite whites, I love it with cheese. Any type of cheese, soft cheese, hard cheese, international cheese, Italian cheese. Cheese to me, when you pair a cheese board with Chardonnay, it's one of my little favorite delights in life.
I cannot agree with you anymore. I mean, I think you're bang on. And really, Chardonnay is the kind of wine that you would drink. I think some people tend to drink, like the sparkling stuff and white wines more in the warmer weather. 100%. But Chardonnay, I find, is like an all year round wine. You should always have a Chardonnay.
It's like a pair of jeans. You know, you need it in your wardrobe, your wine wardrobe all year round.
That is the best comparison. And your Chardonnay is your pair of jeans.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it makes it hard to shop for as well. Jeans are also very hard to shop for. So this Chateau Ste. Michelle Chardonnay, really lovely, but Chardonnays from Washington State, I really do enjoy.
Okay.
So all the wines, like I said, coming out of Washington State are premium. You're not going to go to Washington and find sort of like bottom of the barrel wines. There's no such thing.
Okay.
It is a very elevated region, which is great for, quality wine.
Yet at the same time, you're not going to be spending a lot of money.
Exactly. They're kind of, in a way, they're providing wine that is great value for you. So that's really lovely. I mean, this really nice wine we have, the Cab Sauv, is just released, is $32.95. So you're looking at kind of that premium range, but this wine is amazing. Coming from, like I said, a desert climate, A little bit more red berry fruit on here.
That's nice. Is that a Cabernet Sauvignon?
And it's a Cabernet Sauvignon, as well as the wine of substance here. So you're going to find a lot of cabs because you do have this hot weather. It's sustainable by nature. There's a very strong sustainability philosophy in the region as well. But if you like Cabernet Sauvignon, you have to go to Washington State.
Okay.
It's kind of like this place. And it's a special place for cab. And I put a chocolate cake in here because, you know, if you're really indulging, I mean, everybody knows the classic pairing, throw some steak on a barbecue and pair it with Cabernet. But if you're sitting around having a great birthday party or an engagement party, whatever you might be having, you know, a chocolate cake and Cabernet on top. So great.
It just doesn't get anything better than what's on this table right here. Angela, thank you so much. Some wonderful information about Washington wines and a really great lesson on how to pair them too, because that's important. And like you said at the beginning, we'll bring it back to that. Have fun.
Have fun.